Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you're having a fabulous day here today. I did want to talk about this, right? So this is for like future events, future anniversaries and festivals. Just things to know and things to never do before we do kick into anniversary time or festival time, because it will just screw you up if they choose to drop some events. So again, we'll talk about that here today. And also I wanted to mention, like, this anniversary itself is definitely a big make it or break it for the game. I've seen so many comments, I've seen so many Reddit posts, Discord messages and stuff like that of people really just wondering what's going to happen here. Because, so far this year, it was hyped up to be a big year. We know that. And damn, they have definitely not done as big as they said they would, kind of do. So people are very much looking forward to seeing if they fumble the bag here or they drop a huge update, right? Again, it's been pretty rough all across the board, yes, on stuff here. So this anniversary itself is definitely making a break it. You saw what Camilla was. You saw what most of the 600 banners this year was. They kind of sucked. Almost 600 banners this year were like to semi-eh. You know what I mean? And then if you look at streamed units, they were pretty good. But basic 600 were trash, if you will. They were trash. So let's see what happens. I'm curious, but let's talk about the first thing. And I basically already prefaced it. This year, you can't complain. Theoretically, if you're a free-to-play player and you have like no gems right now, or you're down miserable, let's say ignore the collab. You should have gems. There is no way you're down miserable on gems. You skipped how many banners? There's literally nothing this year that was like must summon broken insane. There was Freya for waifu, that was there. There was Roxy, which was just a really good PvE unit, hopefully good in PvP in the future. That's what that was. There was the collab, which was collection. That's really it. Mael was there if you wanted to build goddess team, that was also there. But you didn't really have to have a unit where it was like melee Escanor, game breaking, destroying type thing. You could have saved. You had so many instances. So let's say you did summon for Freya. Okay. You summoned for Roxy and collab. You should still have gems. That's over the course of what, 4 or 5 months? You only summon for 2 units. Correct? So this year you didn't summon for anything. And again, always before an anniversary kicks off, never spend your gems. Never use your gem reserves. Never do anything like that. Always stay safe because anniversaries, festivals are better than whatever you see. This is how it's been for ages, for decades. Never spend. Camilla was one of them. Skip it. I know it hurts, but you gotta skip it. While I'm talking about banners, just in case, never spend your SSR tickets before we kick into an anniversary. They could at any point rerun that one event where they give you a chance to pick those SSRs that you don't have, right? Again, this banner still has not been updated. So if they were to give you a pick, you can literally only pick Tarmiel. But again, whenever we do get that, it should be a returning event. They promised that they wanted to do it more often. That was a lie because Tarmiel hit this banner and they wanted to milk, that Tarmiel summons out of you. Because again, whenever Tarmiel hits a banner, people want to 6-6 him because him with 6-6 is pretty good. So due to that, we don't know when we're going to actually kick off into that rate up gacha for this. Again, whenever an anniversary is about to happen, 2 weeks prior, you stop spending these tickets. You stop spending it. That's how you should do it. Just in case it kicks off, you'll be like 4 or 5 extra tickets ahead. So again, that's there. Just know for future content, or future updates rather, that if that were to happen, where it drops and you're down miserable, you just potentially lost 6 copies to Tarmiel or other characters you could have guaranteed, which would suck. So if it ever happens, just keep it in mind, don't do it. It's pretty simple. Again, while I'm on the copium of events, yes, this exists. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. I believe this event has been vaulted permanently. It does suck. Gear Gacha was pretty good as always, but again, always before a festival kicks off, 2 weeks prior, and this is just common sense and common advice regardless if Gear Gacha is there or not. But again, don't spend gold. Try to save your gold. You're going to need it. You're potentially going to be building relics when a character releases. If it's like this anniversary, Goddess Liz might be getting her relic. So again, you need 5 million gold right there. You're also going to be building characters. You're going to need the gold. You're going to be building gear sets. You're going to be doing all of this. So always, before an anniversary kicks off, just make sure your gold is in a decent amount, just in case whatever drops is important that you have to take care of. And if Gear Gacha is the event, that's there too. You got to take care of that and get that out of the way. So again, before an anniversary, before anything, this one this year is a big one, right? This is a big anniversary. There are supposed to be events in here that usual anniversaries don't get. I'm guessing this year is going to be a start gacha that drops again just like last year, a free banner, stuff like that. And maybe we get like a rerun event that's either Gear Gacha or SSR ticket limited, or a new event that we've never seen that is special to the game, right? These things are the ones that we always look forward to because these anniversaries are the biggest ones, hence why the game is really being like, oh, this is dependent on if this is a good or bad update, if I stick with the game or leave, because these anniversaries are always supposed to be the best of the year. it doesn't matter. These are, because it's JP's anniversary, right? So we'll see what happens, but don't spend gold. Always be in high amounts just in case. Whatever drops, you need to build a lot of stuff. So keep that in mind. And also, recently I pulled Zeldris over here, but again, always before an anniversary kicks off, 2 weeks prior, stop spending materials, leveling up characters. I would say that this is a good option. If it's like, if you need this character, if you need a character, whatever you're leveling up, do it. Don't be frivolously using your materials, because again, I've seen this like so many times where people just spend the materials right before the anniversary, and then they go into the anniversary and they cannot level a single character, right? They'll pull Ultimate Escanor, Purgatory Meliodas, and Bond, and guess what? GG's, they can only level up Ultimate Escanor, right? This always happens to a lot of people. So again, 2 weeks prior, start farming, start taking care of everything usually, but just don't spend it. Don't spend it on anybody. If it's a character you need to build, like let's say it's Red Thonar that you had to use for Skull and Hottie, build it. I'm not gonna stop you. But if it's like Darriere or Monspeed or someone like that, and you're just doing it for box CC, do not do it ever. It's not worth it. Wait till the actual event drops and take care of it. And again, this also goes for whatever event you have. Like right now, we have a decent event that stacks you out for materials. Like usually before an anniversary, they always give you some sort of material event, right? And you have one right here that gives you a crap ton of mats for a lot of stuff. So again, it is good. This year, though, they've really slacked hard. I do hope that the update we get tonight is pretty good, because this year they screwed you. They gave one event before the Annie. Usually it's like you have a roulette event, you have a second event, you have a third event, and then you have the material event, right? This year they gave nothing. It was just crazy. In a million years, I would not expect before an anniversary you go that dry. Yeah, the collab was there, but the collab was dry too. The collab had 2 events, a spin event and a boss event. That was basically it. I'm not counting that like weird tile map as anything. So take care of always the event beforehand. It gives you enough mats usually. This year, they screwed you. They didn't give you anything. A quick one I'll just include, they usually only give us a costume shop once a year, discount. So again, potentially when you're watching this, or if you want to remember this, at the end of the year for the New Year's Fest, it looks like that's when we get our costume discount. Maybe save gems, extra gems for that, just in case. That's only for end of year things, but they've changed the entire system of how we get that, so I'm not going to talk about that for more than a few seconds. Bye. Also, before any kicks off ever, just know this. Make sure you always are stacked up on your stamina potions. You can also buy these, because when an Annie usually starts, you need to go and grind stuff or grab stuff real quick. Auto-clear tickets will save you. You get one of these a day, which gives you 10. It's pretty worth it. At the end of the day, it is good. Also, just do your patrols. Never miss on those before Annies kick off. And again, remember, you always can save these coins. So if it does happen where you do have that rate of event, you can always pick up an SSR ticket here, which again, up to you if that value works for you. But it is there, which again, getting a guaranteed 6/6 Tarmiel may be worth it if that event does kick off again. So realize that the rate of event itself. But again, if you can always stock up on anything in the game, check it out always if there's anything left, any events, anything like that, or if there's anything worth it in here. Again, remember, if you're maybe not farming these anymore, and you need extra just in case you're leveling up a crap to the characters, and you don't have enough, always this resets weekly, so decide what you need, buy whatever you need, and get it before anniversaries kick off. That's there. When it comes to Hawk Pass, make sure you farmed everything here and beat everything, because again, we now have rerun events that exist where they rerun old costume sets, so in case you have some leftover currency, and you want to purchase one of these Hawk Passes or whatever, to get every single costume guaranteed, realize that exists, where you can farm this out completely. And again, usually when we kick into anniversary time, it resets the Hawk Pass and gives you a new skin. Again, also rerun skins, so always make sure you're doing your Hawk Pass constantly. Pretty simple. With that really being it, I got nothing else to basically say other than, again, save materials, save gems, make sure you're just taking care of whatever events are in the game, handle any web events that exist for the game, and that's basically it. Again, we'll see what happens with this anniversary. Hopefully it's pretty hyped, but who really knows? They've been dropping the ball recently heavily, so hopefully they do good this Annie. Hopefully I'm curious. Let's see what they do. I'm curious.